I'm mostly just disappointed that Magic Leather Pants didn't make it in the recording naturally.
Yeah, I don't know where the hell they came from. Something dropped them, but yes, we're back to continue work on our Fruitopic society,
Um,
or whatever it is. I'm gonna start laying out the bottom layer of brick so I can get an idea how far this is gonna need, or how much we're gonna need. Damn it. Because, start with a stack of 64 and work your way around, and you can, generally work out the numbers.
mm-hmm.
So, I'm sure somewhere around here we have a fuck ton of stone stairs. Or I destroyed them completely, and who knows. Besides, we're going to need some of these smooth stones, so I'm also going to have to... Oh yeah, I'm going to have to do a dual layer and then figure things out. I'm going to have to lay down light so that... Alright. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be... Alright, so... That got almost a quarter of the way around, actually.
Mm-hmm.
From one stack, so... It's not horrible.
Not great.
No. Alright. Now I'm gonna need to figure out where those stairs are, because I actually have to put those up here. I may have to make them, because I didn't see any in the damn basement. It's entirely possible when I've torn all of these buildings down, I went, we're never going to use stone steps. Toss the fuckers. Because, I plan in advance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, let me go check the poodle room.
Poodle room?
Well, the inventories and junk rooms. Grab every piece of, everything I see. So... Stone bricks, no. Smooth stone, no. Oh wait, cobble is over here. And empty, but, well,
Yeah,
there's...
definitely gonna need more light.
There's some steps. Yeah, at least until we get the, At least until we get the steps on the top of the wall section. Because they'll keep shit from spawning up there, at least. Oh god, I forgot we're making it 3 layers tall. Yeah, this is gonna be a... It's roughly 3 stacks per quarter for just one side of the wall. We still haven't even done the outside yet.
Yeah.
I have a feeling some of this might end up happening off camera just because of the amount of time that we're going to have to go tear down buildings to gather resources, of course.
Yeah.
Man, we gave ourselves some silly rules to follow that really make this hard.
This is all your fault.
Yeah, it is.
I never had a problem with mining.
Yeah, well, I wanted to come up with something interesting to amuse people. Of course, I forgot people don't actually watch, videos that we do, so that was my first flaw.
Well, and the other thing is that you considered that watching us tear buildings down would be entertaining.
I never assumed that anything we do is entertaining to anyone but us.
And then you assumed that we would be entertained tearing buildings down for stone resources.
Yeah, that was a mistake as well. Alright, so now I need to alternate steps. Hooray! That sounded like a good idea in theory.
Uh-huh.
Let me do this way. This is gonna be... This is the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep us down. Okay, so... Trying to think of things to talk about. So, I've realized something, and that is that a major game company like Bethesda cannot do things like, essentially, Redstone, as well as Mojang did.
Alright.
Because in Fallout 4, you can do all sorts of wiring and build, like, lighting systems and stuff like that. It is way, way more complicated than than freaking Minecraft.
Hmm.
And does not work nearly as well. And I'm sitting here going, can I just build an inverter here? You do exactly what I need to do? No? Alright, so I've got to figure out how to work on... No, that doesn't work. And what I want is goddamn powered doors that my companions can't open.
Hmm.
Because I'll be like, alright, let me close the doors. That way, villagers can't wander in here and steal my shit, which they will.
Swell.
And they'll wander in and like, hey, look at this extremely expensive suit of powered armor you got there. I'd better hop into it and wander around. There's a mole nearby.
A mole.
Yes, mole rats. They're basically, they're basically naked mole rats. And,
What you're saying is the mole rats are basically mole rats.
yes. So, that gets old very quickly. Because, hey, all you have to do is not, leave a battery in it, essentially.
Uh-huh.
But if you're, say, popping in order to just try and upgrade a weapon or pick up a potato or something that you need, then it gets a little bit old very quickly. Like, oh, no. Well, something wandered up to attack while I was, grabbing a potato out of this safe. I guess that was my mistake. Now my powered armor is wandering off with some asshat. And granted, the way I eventually figured out how to do that was just wait and murder every person in a settlement. That way there's no one around to steal your shit.
Well, that seems to make sense.
But if I want someone around to grow potatoes for me while I'm away, that's a bit problematic.
Perhaps.
'Cause, I want me some damn potatoes.
As you do. I mean, these are normal things.
Ugh.
There, we have gatehouse access now.
Hooray!
We can actually get up and down from the wall.
Hooray! And I'm now out of those, so I need to make some. The corners might end up being problematic. I'm not sure how we're gonna end up doing those. I might just put a block on them and put a torch on them. Because they don't...
See.
Yeah, so... Or maybe a block of glowstone. Just glowing in the corner. Well, let me check something to see how this would look. Oh, I know what to do, actually. What we can do... Well, what I was going to say is we put a block and then a stone fence on top of it. A single piece of stone fence, and then put a torch on top of that. Let me grab it so we can see how it looks in theory. If not, we could, always use wooden fence, because that would probably give the desired effect that I think would look good. Come on. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. I put that, or one of those there. And there. And there, that makes it, because there's no way to get the wall completely even, because it's an odd number of blocks. I think this is the closest we're going to get to it being, an even size.
I guess you should have made the village bigger.
Probably. Or you should have made the obsidian wall bigger.
I only made the obsidian wall the size of the village.
Yeah. But you're the one who decided to graph it out yourself.
Yeah, around the buildings that you put here. Well, not so much put here, but, didn't cut down.
Yeah, true. Because I should have left more buildings into place.
There's a slight difference between putting things somewhere and not taking them out.
Yes. Which, I don't know, the difference between apples and Canadians.
What about Canadian apples?
Canadian apples are probably delicious. Because, they're actually oranges. I don't know. If Canadian bacon is ham, then Canadian apples, or, I don't know. They're...
Pears.
Yeah, that sounds right. I like pears, so...
Or they're potatoes.
I'm also fine with that.
See, that seems a little more appropriate to me because potatoes and apples have a similar texture,
Yeah,
but one is not really anything like the other.
that's true.
And Canadian bacon is nothing like actual bacon,
No, they're...
besides that both are products of a pig.
Yes, they both come from the same source animal. That does not mean that they're in any way the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like the difference between beef and, bologna.
Oh, yeah, that's just all whether, the filling comes from inside the cow or outside.
I've never been a huge fan of bologna anyway.
Yeah, no.
It's one of those lunch meats that just makes you sad. And I know there's some people who really like it. And as a poor person, it should be one of my favorite foods, but I can tell you that if you eat it enough as a poor person, you learn to hate it.
I understand I used to eat bologna a lot when I was young, but, I was young.
So should we build another gatehouse over here, you think?
I think we were going to put one on the north side. Or... Yeah, the north side, which actually is where we are.
Fuck off, Steed. There we go. I'll punch you more if I have to.
Don't be mean to Steed.
Man. He's just sitting there jumping into the wall. But... Alright, so we'll work on this. I don't imagine we're going to get all of this done because of a lack of cobblestone. But since we have smooth stone in, just gigantic amounts, we can go back to working on the village houses. And, if we need to, we can make some houses that are all
I see
wood.
an Enderman's made off with one of our dirt blocks on the outside.
Of course they have. Because they're assholes. Yep. Ah. No. Hi-ho, silver. Oh, no, and I forgot. I've got to make... I have no wood on me. I need to go...
Yeah.
That's what she said. Aw. Come on. Is that it? No? Ah, there we go. So...
There's a whole grove of trees out there, too, if we need to replenish the supplies.
Nah, I was just, or we still have plenty. It's just that I didn't have any. That's what she said. Ugh. And I had the moment of having to explain to people once again, I have no life. You have to understand this. Because I was showing off my, game of Fallout to some friends. They're like, oh god, how do you have so much stuff? How do you have, this? How do you have that? And like, I sit here for like 6 hours a night and do nothing because of, having to take care of my mother. So, that's just counting the 6 hours of night where I have nothing to do. That's not counting during the day where I play it while doing other... no life. Do you understand this? No life. Where'd you find the... are you even listening to the words I say? No. I'm like a zombie. I have no actual life. I just appear to be alive. But it's also one of those things of You know, I have certain rules anytime a new Bethesda game comes out, because there's going to be glitches. There's going to be a hell of a lot of glitches. And there's that damn goat. It's going to